Yes, guys, what is up? And we are back for the ERS round 4, tier 4, which is in China this week. And once again, it is a wet quali, and that just is bad for me and my teammate Joey. So I think this is my fastest lap of the session, which put me in. Let's just wait. In P6, well, P6 in a minute with still 12 minutes to go, and I don't think I improved on my lap from there. And yet I get P9 with my teammate Joey in 13th. So we have a lot of work to do in the race, and the race is actually dry and then wet. So I know how bad we are on the wet. We were not looking forward to the race, and I actually missed the start. My recording software wasn't recording. But I'll tell you what happened. I got a drive-through. I didn't wait to the lights. I got a drive-through. So that was just me being stupid. But luckily, or not luckily, my teammate actually went into the wall and brought out the safety car. But luckily he was fine and he managed to pit and get rid of the Red Wing. But coming off the restart of the safety car, I go in and serve my drive-through, as well as Tygon gets a. No, it's Joshu. Joshu also gets a drive-through. It might have been because I started and then obviously he thought to start. You know what happens with drive-through. So we actually come out and we actually have a good fight with Joshua here. He's actually got like good pace, but I don't know what's been happening in previous races. He just had so much bad luck. But as you see here on lap 5, still got Joshua behind us and he's keeping up and also trying to look to get the move done on me. So let's just stay on board. See what happens here.
I just lost 3 seconds to Smokes because I was stuck behind Gim. Down. Big sad.
And my pace in China isn't the best. Like it's all right, but compared to other people in this league, such as like Milky and J Marks and that, I think I'm quite a bit slower than them in around this track, anyways.
To be fair,
And here, I think
that's why I'm on you, my guy.
Joshua looks to go to my inside. Is he? No, he doesn't. He's gaining on me a lot now. He's only 2 tenths behind when he was about 6 tenths. So you can just see that I don't really have the pace. As we're coming up to key here now. I'm looking to try and find a move on key so we can try and put a car between myself and Joshua. As I engage the overtake button, only a little bit though, and then a clean move down into this quite hard corner. I think Joshua also managed to get past, you can see in that right rear view mirror, I think he does manage to get past Key as well, so we don't manage to get a car between me and Joshua.
Yeah, I know. I made my overtake on Gim on there, Slippy.
And I think I actually do my best lap on that lap, which was a 1:37 something. I can't see because of the it like it didn't record double screen. I don't really know why, but he Joshua there tried to go for the dive bomb. Luckily, I managed to see him last second, give him a bit of racing room, which I managed to then get away ahead of him. But he does have the pace on me, so I'm trying my hardest to keep him behind with me on the hard tyres. And he's actually on the medium tyres, so I'm doing quite a good job to hold him back. I think he comes here, looks to the inside, I give him the room, and luckily I just managed to get the better run off that corner. As he's still trying to attack me. I probably should have used overtake here, as you look how much he's gaining. He's definitely using the overtake button as he goes to my inside, and just the grip of the medium tyres just allows him to do that. I can't get the switch back either. And currently we are sat in P14 as well, because I had to take the drive through. If I didn't have to take the drive through, I was in like P4, up ahead with like J Marks, Milky and Oscar. So I just wondered what would have happened with this race if I didn't get a jump start and get the drive through penalty. And all I'm trying to do now is just stay in his DRS so that he can pull me along on the hard tyres,
Right. Joey,
as I know the mediums will be faster in lap 8.
yeah, with DRS.
Also got Duna behind me as well that I needed to watch out a bit for because he's only 4 tenths behind.
Situation.
But now Joshua's actually overtaking Chorus FB or Chorus.
To be
I
fair,
can't say
you're
it.
pretty confused on
Sorry,
ours,
I
so.
butchered your name. But he overtakes, so I know that I need to overtake as well. So I try and see the inside there, but I don't get the move done as I'm too far back. But here I get a better run off this corner. As you can see, just the pace that I'm carrying, that he's not. And overtake button, I managed to just get past before the safety car
I looked up
just
so
comes
much.
out. So luckily I get that move done before the safety car. So I managed to keep P12, so I'm now 2 positions outside the points, which I definitely need seeing as I DNF'd in Hanoi. So come to the restart of this. I'm actually in P6 because quite a lot of people pit. So I've managed to gain quite a few positions in pit, and as you can see the rain is just starting to come down. But it's in that weird time before you can go to inters, but you have to stay on the slick, so it's quite hard to keep traction of the car, especially in the traction zone. As you can actually see my teammate Jojo up ahead of me. And Jim just almost loses the car, has a little bit of wiggle, so I try and cut to the inside of him or take the inside, overtake, just make that move happen. As I'm now 1 place behind my teammate. So bad so far on lap 14. Even with the drive-through, it's not going too badly.
I am being careful. Oscar's so fast, by the way. Look at him.
You got here to the end of lap 14. And luckily, I get a new strategy just before the pit, so I managed to pull in and get to the pit just as it says the new strategy is available. So personally, I think I got the perfect timing, and if I didn't have a 5-second penalty, I think that could have done bits to my race there. But unfortunately, I had a 5-second penalty, so I had to serve that in the pit, which is kind of annoying. But we move on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna serve my penalty.
And my pace in the wet is not good. I really need to improve that in future races, seeing as we've got well, a lot of races to go, and quite a few of them could possibly be in the rain, so I definitely need to improve that.
I'm not even in the
As you can see here, my teammate's just pitted for Inters as well,
Come on!
and he also had to serve 5 seconds, so we both got cucked in the pit with our 5 seconds. So he thought I was going to come out on top of him,
You passed me.
in front of him, but I just get behind him. So right now we're on P6 and P7, so
Where are we? 6th and 7th.
it's not where we wanted to be, but we were okay with that, seeing as where we qualified. And now it's just about keeping our positions and hopefully making up some more, just not spinning in the rain and losing our heads.
Alright,
I think Smox ahead of us is actually still on the medium tyre, so he hasn't pit yet for Inter, so he's going to be very slow ahead of us. You just see Jojo trying to get a run on him, which he can't yet because he's not. And look at that, he's just slowing us down, or slowing Jojo down, not me yet, 'cause I'm not there. As I say that I'm faster than him, even though I don't think I realised that he was on the medium tyres at the time.
Look at this, he's on yellows. What else am I supposed to do? I can't do anything. I know.
But yeah, as you can see, I've got Techno and Vito right behind me. So as Jojo makes this move, I know that I have to make this move as well. So I think that's a fair move. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As he squeezed me a bit, but luckily I managed to keep the position. P6, so P5 and P6 of the Racing Point team. It isn't the best. We know we've got Milky and Techno all up here in the top like 8, and we know that we need to get more points in the Haas team, as they are really closing in the gap in the constructors as well as the drivers championships, which I'm not really in, to be honest. At the minute I'm like 40 odd points behind, but Zandvoort coming up next week is quite a strong track for me, so I'm hoping that I can get some good points in Zandvoort, and I'm just hoping it's not wet really. That will be an L for me. But in the dry, I've got pace. It's shown from the test race that we had in Zandvoort, and I actually won that, and Joey actually came second, so it was a decent race for us. But we're just hoping we can continue that, bring it into our actual league race. It's coming into the end of lap 17 now, and I've got Vito right behind me that actually had so much more pace than me on these intermediate tyres. As I think he actually goes for a move into this first corner, which I probably should be using a Rich Mitch overtake here. And I don't go defensive, as I didn't know he'd make the move, but he makes the move. And there's not much I can do. My tyres are starting to die, so I couldn't do much about that move.
See if you can fight him down. Try and slow you both down. Or like, not slow you down, but like slow him down. Or to be fair, this is net positions now, so you want to fight that anyway. Just for your benefit. Job's going to send it. See if you're going sideways.
Right, coming up to lap 20 here, and actually Joshua comes out right ahead of me. And I thought that now I could probably fight him and try and take this P6, but him on his new Inters and me on the old ones, I couldn't do anything about it, and he just had a lot more pace. So it seems like everyone has more pace than me on these Inter tyres, which is not fun.
Vito got me, by the way. He got me into turn one. Like, we went side by side through the whole thing. There wasn't too much I could do. Try and fight Joshua then. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Just don't spin down on these warnings.
Don't spin, I've got like 60% tyres and also J-Marks behind me, which just adds to my problems, as he has much fresher tyres and got much better pace. So this time I do go defensive. I stick to the inside and look at him, he's got such a good run as I go to the inside, and he just, the grip of those new Inters, just nothing I can do there. As Joey sees I've let him pass, well not let him pass, but obviously he's overtaken me there, so not much I could do there, but and just look how far he's gone ahead of me. So as I spin here, which is even worse, you can just see that I don't have the pace or the confidence in the wet just of yet. So that's something I really need to improve, which allows Gafara and Tygon to actually close the gap a bit to me, which I was not too happy about.
God's sake! I might pit. I've no idea, but he just retired, and he'd only spun as well, and like, he wouldn't retire there, would he? There's only 2 laps left though. No, I'm not retiring, I'm sending it. Sometimes you've got to take risks in life. I'm scared.
Right, final lap here. I think my tyres are literally dead. They're like 80%, so I was just begging for them not to pop on this lap, which would have ruined my race on the final lap. So I was just hoping that they weren't, and as you can see there, look, 80% on the bottom left, 70, I think that's 8 on the top left, so they're orange at the minute. And me and Jojo had no idea how many laps these could last, so we were just like very cautious the final like 3 laps or so, even probably 4 or 5 laps. And you can probably hear at the end of this how gassed I was just to keep this position as we get 5th and 6th for the Racing Point team. So we're quite happy with that. But yeah, so with Milky getting first, that actually brings the Haas team within 8 points of us. So we're on 98, they're on 90, I believe. So me and Joey really need to do some serious work in Zandvoort, and I'm looking forward to Zandvoort. I hope you guys are as well, and I'll see you next week. Right, in a bit.